Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. It is Silent Bug here, and today I'm going to be talking about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This is my PC review, my definitive CSGO review. So, the reason I wanted to make a review for this game is because I've been playing it a lot lately. Actually, 60 hours in the past week lately. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm going to review it, and I want to tell you guys if this game is bad or if this game is good. It's free to play, so there's really no risk, but I'm going to tell you if you should sink in as much time as I have this past week. Okay, let's get right into it. So, what is CSGO? CSGO, or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, is a tactical first-person military shooter. It has a lot more strategic elements to the game. It's more tactical. It's more competitive, it's more hardcore in every sense of the word than your average Call of Duty, your average shooter game where you just run and gun. See, in this game, you have to be really precise. You don't have aim assist. You have to be precise. You got to land all your shots very, very accurately all the time in order to succeed. Because if you miss those shots, you are going to die. So when you start a match in CSGO, you pick your guns. You have to press B to open your buy menu. Now the buy menu, you pick your arsenal, like what kind of ARs you want, what kind of, if you want a sniper. It's basically like a kid going into the store and seeing which Nerf gun he wants to buy. That's pretty much what it is. You get your little toys, you get your little cool gadgets, and you're ready to go. Once you get your stuff, you play the round. Now the round goes like this. You either have defusal or hostage. Defusal, the terrorists plant the bombs, and the counter-terrorists have to go and defuse them. It's a cool premise. And then hostage, which is not as popular, but I still think it's good. Each team has to go to the other side and grab the hostage and bring it back to their base. It's kind of like capture the flag, and it's a pretty good game mode, but for some reason people don't like it as much. So defusal is the main game mode. There are also other game modes such as deathmatch. Deathmatch is a mode where you just go around with random guns at each spawn and you just see if you can kill the most people out of anyone. You get points by killing people, and if you have killed or eliminated the most players, you are number one. So it's kind of like a free-for-all, but yet you kind of have a team, but you kind of don't. It's a good mode to teach you the basics of the game without putting you in the defusal scenario. It's kind of an entry-level game mode, and it's good for new players. So if you want to improve your aim like me, because I'm trash at aiming, but I want to improve, I'm improving. If you want to improve like me, you gotta do deathmatch or practice with other high-skilled players. So there is a battle royale in CSGO called Danger Zone, and sadly, I haven't played much of it because for some reason I could not find matches. I don't know if it was my internet problems, but I was having connection issues. So I will not comment on Danger Zone mode, but I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments below. If you have played Danger Zone, please tell me what you think of Danger Zone. Is it any good? So, gameplay. Gameplay is always something that matters the most in games because you can have a really pretty game like the Battlefield franchise. You can have a really ugly game like Minecraft, but all it takes is the gameplay to make it succeed. Always remember that. The gameplay is number one, and it always will be. Why do you think people still play Mario games? Because the gameplay is rock solid and it is fun. It is fun. The graphics aren't the best, they're still cartoony, but still really fun. Why do you think people play Minecraft or Fortnite? Because they're really fun to play. I mean, that's all that really matters. I mean, if a game looks ugly, it does kind of hinder the experience, but those games look average at best, and they succeed because they are, well, fun to play. Same applies with Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, Counter-Strike Global Offensive is by no means an excellent looking game or a bad looking game. It is merely an average looking game. I would say that in some scenarios it looks really good, but in other scenarios it looks very outdated, which is understandable because it is a 2012 game. But what makes Counter-Strike Global Offensive the top game on computers right now is the gameplay. It is an addicting formula that no matter how bad the graphics are, no matter how outdated it looks, no matter how simple it looks, it just works. It just works on so many levels. See, the gameplay is a hardcore kind of, if you don't have skill, you will not succeed type formula. See, in other games like Call of Duty, you can get away with not being that good. As long as you use, a good weapon, you should be able to do pretty okay. But in CSGO, if you can't aim, you will get nothing done. Don't expect to have anything. Don't expect to be any good. Don't expect anyone to forgive you. This is a game that will test your limits, will test how good you are at first-person shooters, and be ready for it. Because it is not going to make excuses for you, and neither should you. In Counter-Strike, teamwork is key. Even though a lot of players who play this game seem to not think so, it actually is. Because if you guys communicate over the mics, in-game chat, if you actually take the game serious as a team, you will succeed. I have been in a lot of games lately where a lot of people don't take me serious. They think he's being annoying, he's just blabbering on, he's being too serious. No, actually, teamwork leads to success, because if the other team isn't coordinated, they don't know what's going on as a group. But if you guys are in the zone, you're focused, you know what's going on, and you are gonna win. Chances are you're gonna win. Okay, moving on to time to kill. I think time to kill is absolutely perfect in CSGO. I mean perfect. I would have it no other way, because people say it's super lightning speed, but I actually disagree. I don't think it's that fast, to be honest. I actually think it's slower than a lot of games, because you gotta land those shots. Sure, if you're landing every single shot, you're gonna just shred through the entire enemy team. You're just gonna be like a legend, and no one's gonna be able to hear you make a sound, because you're just gonna eliminate them before they can even hear your footsteps. But if you're in a casual match, chances are you're not gonna be playing against, or chances are you are not gonna be that type of player. See, whenever I'm trying to learn how to aim, I miss a lot of shots, and you have to take a lot of shots to eliminate someone, and trust me, it's a lot of shots. It might look fast on the gameplay that I'm showing you, but when you're playing the actual game, it's not that fast. It's actually very slow and precise. And you'll realize this if you get the game, that it's not super fast. It's just fast enough to make it fun and exciting, but it's also slow enough to give you a chance to react and make your move and try to dodge the shots. Trust me, you do have a chance to dodge some shots. I know some people try to act like, oh, it's impossible, what am I supposed to do in that scenario? No, you can actually wiggle your way out of shots, because the way it works is that if you're moving, then the other person's shots are less accurate. So you can always find a way to escape or wiggle your way out of any scenario. Now, in case you're wondering about the free-to-play version of this game, how it all works, because free-to-play games have a bad rep of being pay to win. Let me just put this out there: CSGO is not pay to win by any means. I'm very serious about this. It is actually one of the most friendly free-to-play offers out there, because when you get the free-to-play version of the game, you actually get the entire game. There's no limits to that. You get the entire game. You can really do anything with it. The only thing that you do not get is weapon skins. Those cost money, and you can't really get them. I mean, you can in some matches, but in terms of crates, you can't really open your crates without paying money. And it's understandable, because they gotta make some money off the game. It's not, totally free. No game should be totally free, because that's unfair. So yeah, it's not pay to win, and don't be worried about that. It's free to play, and it's actually free. Does CSGO have a future? See, CSGO is an 8-year-old game. That's pretty old. I mean, think about it. It came out the same year that Black Ops 2 did. And I'm pretty sure Black Ops 2 is nowhere near as popular as it used to be. But CSGO, the crazy thing about CSGO is that right now, this is the biggest it's ever been. It's just growing. I really think the future should be good to this game, as long as it keeps updates going, as long as they keep adding stuff, as long as they make skins, as long as people have an interest in the game. then for sure it will succeed in the near future and the distant future, hopefully. Remember this, guys, this is still the #1 game on Steam. It usually hits around 1 million concurrent players daily. So I didn't really talk or touch upon every aspect of the game, but I wanted to hit the major points of the game because I wanted to keep it short and concise and kind of just give you a little summary of what the game is and if you should buy it. So, for my verdict, should you get the game or should you not? Well, the question is actually, should you spend a lot of time on the game or should you not really spend much time on the game? Because it is free to play after all, so you don't really have to buy the game. So, my answer to that is yes, I think it is definitely worth it. If you're getting into PC gaming, I think this is the definitive PC game to play. I don't really see any reason why you wouldn't want to play this game. It has an amazing community, people actually talking game chat. You can meet a lot of cool people in here. You can also meet a lot of toxic people in here. But it is an excellent game overall. The formula is addicting. I don't really see any reason why you would not want to play this game. If you want a good shooter, if you want a good game in general, a good PC game, and you want to play with your friends, this is the perfect game for that. So, go ahead, give it a download, play a couple 100 hours in it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is it good? Is it bad? I want to hear it. Overall, my opinions, I think the game is amazing. I've already spent 100 hours on it in the past 2 weeks. So I want to continue playing it, and I want to improve in the game. So yeah, if you guys want to see any more reviews from me, just comment below. Tell me what kind of reviews you want to see, like what game you want me to review. I'll see. I probably won't get around to making too many of them, but hopefully we'll see. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later.